Alright, yeah, I'm pretty upset with this electro digital stuff. Been out here for 2 hours trying to make this video on my battery box and putting some Bondo on my lower quarter panel on the Camaro. I had my GoPro out here. I was mounting it in spots where you could see me do my work and stuff, cutting the metal out and how I went about it, and had it up on my fender, tracing out after I cut the piece to trace it out there. Here we are. Some ashes there. Never mind then. This camera's wanting to do this flip around crap stuff now. Doesn't even matter. But anyways. There's my piece I cut out. I had a nice video of me cutting it out, tracing it out. Only took one cut on this curved piece. And it turned out pretty good. Anyways, that's my battery box. I'm gonna weld a 2-inch lip right here. Weld a little lip up here on the front, around 2 inches. I'm gonna have a little piece that comes up here where I can drill a hole through the core support, put a bolt through there, and put a nut on the other side. Stabilize all that along with all the welding across here. But bright light, kill that. But had all that with my GoPro, my camera set up, but it was getting hot after 18 minutes and shutting off. I don't know what's going on with that brand new deal. I guess the battery gets hot on them real quick or something. I don't understand. But I've researched it, and they said to take and pull the battery out, use an external charger on it with the charging cord plugged into the camera to power it up that way. Guess I'll try that next time. Maybe we'll get a whole video out of something. But on my phone, so after my GoPro was dying, I got here on my phone, and then it started shutting off after 2 minutes of recording, telling me my stuff was full. I was like, well, no way, I've been deleting videos off of it as I go. As far as I'm concerned, when you delete something, it should just go away, not be moved to something else and take up your storage that way. And otherwise, then what's the point? So, after deleting all my photos and everything off of there, come to find out I really didn't need to do that. Just whenever I was recording, it would come up saying allowable limit on my video storage has been reached. Should have tapped on that to continue. Then up top of the whole page of crap, it comes up in this yellow bar. Tap here to permanently delete. So I tapped there, and it brought up everything that I have deleted off my phone ever. So, what is the sense in that? And if you delete something, why does it just get moved somewhere else? You're just taking up storage somewhere else and causes all these headaches. Really not a fan of this digital crap, but here I am using it. So guess I gotta learn how to do this crap. So But anyways, I got my GoPro. I don't know why they're going to sell something after 18 minutes of recording that it gets hot and shuts down. That's kind of ridiculous. But we'll try charging it externally. I'm basically going to be using it in the garage and out there where I can set it somewhere where it's going to be just sitting. We'll try that, see if it gets hot or not. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We'll try it. But anyways, it's just annoying and really aggravating. Almost wish I had just bought another kind of digital camera with 100 GB storage on it or something. Then that way I could record whatever video I wanted to and upload it, whatever, without having all these damn problems. It's just aggravating, I tell you. Oh, man. Anyways, I had I had a video of me spreading the mud out on here and showing what the quarter panel looked like before. I didn't realize it, and it shut off and all this crap. It's aggravating, like I said. And my cutoff wheel, I use one wheel, and I have cut out the lower quarter piece. I've cut out that battery tray, cut it out in one big square, and then took it over there, traced it out, and cut out what I needed to cut out there. And I still have that much of the one wheel, so even on curved cuts, if you just scar it good, and it's 16 gauge still too, so yeah. So if you cut out your shortest path, you know, like what I did here, this was from my quarter piece, but from here on over, but what I did is cut it out solidly down through here and scored it all the way across here. Broke it out like on my other video, and same thing after I traced it out up there. I cut the short piece all the way through, and then where I had the curves at where it goes up against the fender well, scored it real good with the cutoff wheel, and you can break it on curved lines and everything just like that. So works good. Saves you on them cutoff wheels. But about ready to lose daylight out here. It's really kind of aggravating. Should have done had my battery box welded in. We'll get it. We'll get it. It's just aggravating with all this digital crap. You know, like I said, if you delete something, it should just be gone, not moved somewhere else. I don't know who the Einstein is that thought of that crap. But, and these things here, they should not be getting hot after just 10 minutes, 15 minutes of recording and shutting off. That's ridiculous. I even had the back opened up on it so that the sound could come through, which is another thing, you know. But we'll get it figured out. get on with projects. You always go through your screw ups, I guess, before you get to where you need to be with stuff. So, as is everything, I guess. But if anybody has any other ideas that work on these GoPro silvers, whatever, it's a silver little GoPro. If anybody has any ideas to keep it from getting hot, or if that external charging is the way to go on it to where it doesn't get hot, because you can feel the camera where that battery sits and it's really hot. I don't know why the battery would be so hot. Yeah, that's what we got done today. As I started the boat for the first time, as y'all seen on the video, for at least 8 months. It's just been setting. And that was a for real first start of this year for about 8 months into last year, and this year altogether 8 months. That was for real the first start. It wasn't any, oh, let's crank. Finally it started, and then, oh, let's start the camera. No, that was its for real first start. So that was good. I like the concrete I poured in here. It's kind of leveled it up pretty decent, where you don't feel like you're all drunk walking around because you, whoa. But yeah, I like how that turned out across that wheel well. Just one cut. One good score across there. Scored it pretty good and broke it, and it lined right up. I guess I did a good job tracing it out. So, guess we'll do a video on that tomorrow. Me making the side piece. Here, it's going to be about 2 inches up. Across here, it's going to be about 2 inches up. Like I said, I'm going to have me a tab that comes up off of it. Put a hole through there. Put a bolt in the nut on the other side. And that'll be that, and figure me out a hold down. Which I'm thinking I'll make out of some all thread rod to run across the center of the battery here. I'm taking probably weld a nut on here. Drill a hole. The existing hole there would probably be the right height. But I can make the hole the size of the rod. Weld the nut on, and have a hole straight through the core support here. With the all thread coming all the way across. And having a nut on the outside of the core support. Nylock, of course, to hold that in, I guess. Or something like that. We'll see. Or maybe even one of them hook deals to a plate. Have a little L bracket come off here with a hole, put a wing nut there, with a plate coming across. On another nut, with a little bracket, another nut. That way, hold that battery down. The battery hold down, and I just take a couple wing nuts off, and I can remove the battery. That That sounds better. Yeah, we'll just do that. Mm. It's just an aggravating day, I tell you. But really hoping this channel takes off, and that it's not only gonna be working on the Camaro, do the thing on the boat, then we're gonna be working on a van out there, which was my uncle's. I worked out of for years. I got it. I'm replacing the metal on it. It's got a fast idle issue. I've replaced the throttle positioning sensor, thinking that was it. I figured it out. It's the little air inlet solenoid, whatever the hell, on the side of the throttle body that allows it to, it'll open up, let air in to keep it from idling high, or close off to bring it down, richen and lean the fuel, whatever. I went with the cheapest one, which was the throttle positioning sensor. Heck, that little air thing, all it is a plunger in there. Maybe I can take it apart and clean it real good and put it back together, put it on there, and it'll work. But I unplugged it, and the temperature control sensor on it, or thermostat housing thing, whatever the heck that deal is. I unplugged it, and it doesn't idle at 2,000 RPMs anymore, but it struggles at time to stay idling when you come to a stop or something. You gotta keep giving it a little gas. So I'm thinking more than that, it's that little air solenoid deal, whatever, on the side of the intake manifold deal there, throttle body. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking it is. Then we got a shifting issue we need to fix, because take off and it'll go through a bunch of gears, and then it'll kick back down, and then you gotta let off the gas, or it'll just keep going in that gear. You gotta let off the gas, and then it'll shift. So, and it had that before I disconnected the stuff, so that's not what caused that. So I'm guessing it has a shift control solenoid or something on it. Thinking that's what it is. I'm hoping it's not that computer box deal. It's $300. I'm hoping it's not it. I tell you, all this computer stuff just causes tremendous amounts of problems. And you can make a non-computer controlled vehicle with just about as much horsepower and get just about as good a gas mileage, and not give you all these headaches. That stuff's just ignorant what they have done. If they want to computer control your timing, have a little box out here for it. Make it accessible. Okay, control that with the daggone O2 sensor running up to the box and your the electrical distributor thing. That's all you need, really. And you can get everything out of it that you do out of all these thousands of sensors on these motors, wires everywhere, all this crap. That's stuff don't do nothing but cause problems. But here I am ranting, but it's just me, I guess. But we're going to finish up on the Camaro first. Get it going. Yeah, well, it's going. It's running good. Just need a power valve for the carburetor so it quit dumping fuel. see. Yep, here we go. I got that there. I got fiberglass back together. Gotta get another grill insert. Then I need to get. I got the headlight buckets. I got the headlight buckets for it, so I was really thinking going with some LED lights to put in there and mount them in with a few brackets and be done with that. Instead of having to go with all this adjusting and spring deals on them headlights that you got on these cars. And they'll be brighter lights to give everybody else their x-rays like they do you when they ride by nowadays. I tell you, it's blinding. But just got to do that. Change the oil, change transmission fluid. Yep, may as well go ahead and change the rear end fluid. Change that out. I got an extra gasket, rear end gasket, so we'll do that. Get some insurance on it. Take her out riding around and do a video on that. On its voyage, and about, I don't think I've driven this car out of this court that I live on. Court, whatever you want to call it. Drove it off my property, basically, for probably 8-9 years. So well, so I'm just itching to get it done. We'll get it done. Like I said, get the headlights in it. Get the rest of the body work done. I'll show you what we're going to do. Hang on. What we're going to do here. Turn the light on for you. See back in here. Got some rust on all this here. We're gonna be cutting that out, fixing that. Once we get that done, then we can put the bumper back on there. Put the front bumpers on. I got it set up here where I cut this part of the bumper off. Took about ½ inch out of it, so it's gonna hug up against the fenders better. I just need to get me an aluminum brazing kit. Braze that piece back on, and it'll hug the fenders better. All I had to do is take it off one side because I was able to move adjust the bumper over with the adjustments that were built into it. I was able to move it over enough to where all I had to do was this one side, take about 1/4 inch off, and it'll hug into the fenders real good. We're going to do all that. Get that done. Be a series of videos. Hopefully I can get the GoPro figured out. And figure out YouTube on how to combine all my videos on a certain subject into one, where we don't end up with kind of what we've had going on. Because I could have took all my videos from getting the motor going and my mistake and stuff that I made and the timing and everything, put all that on one video. could have done that. But said I gotta learn how to combine all this stuff. Any tips would be helpful. Anybody knows? Yeah. I don't know anybody who's done it and can come over and walk me through it. I don't know anybody who's done this yet. So and like I said, learning as we go. Such is life. But anyways, enough boring stuff and bitching about videos and digital stuff. Computers. So, yep. Cameras that overheat. It's just aggravating. But anyways, everything's coming together. Doing good. I need, I think, 15, 16 more subscribers, then I can go live on YouTube. Because I really want to do a live fishing video. Where I can drag along a rock cliff, rock wall basically at the lake. Be dragging for catfish across there and fishing with the bobber and minnow up against the rocks and see what we can catch that way and have it all together. So, anyways, like and subscribe. It can only get better. At least I hope so. As do y'all, I guess.